I appreciate what you're saying though, because like especially this last month, it's good to hear someone at your level say like that you still go through the maybe I should just quit, and then you're like, no, don't fucking.
Oh, bro, it's part of it, man.
Yeah.
Well, also, like, I'm still very invested in it all, like, and I think like okay, so like Dave Attell, who is legit a walking legend.
Yeah.
That motherfucker
Just
is.
saw him.
Oh, bro.
Last month.
Just still smoking.
So great.
Just still, I mean, literally still smoking cigarettes, but also still smoking on stage, but like metaphorically.
Yeah.
But just that dude, I don't know how old Dave is, but he's very youthful. He's very, he doesn't drink anymore. He's a very like, very energetic presence and just funny. But like that guy at his level, all he's achieved. I know people who have not achieved half of what Dave Attell has achieved, and they're checked out. You know what I'm saying? They'll show up, they'll do their spot,
right?
But they just kind of like, you could tell they're not 100% in it,
yeah.
But they still do it because they, everyone loves the attention, and then also, they get paid, so they're still doing it. And they're, But Dave's like, you'll see Dave at 1 a.m. at the Cellar on a fucking Tuesday, doing new shit, trying out working on new material. And you're like, fuck, and it's like, he's so in it still. And he still writes, and he still performs, he still cares. Like, if he has a weird set, which is rare, but when he has one, you see him just like, fuck, in his head, recalculating bits. And when he kills, which is pretty much a constant, you still see the joy in him.
Yeah.
He's still just like, whoa, and you're like, God, look at that. And like, when I'm in New York, I'm fortunate enough to be around that guy 3 or 4 nights a week.
Awesome.
I'm usually doing the later shows at the Cellar. He's usually on those, usually closing them out. That's the thing. He'll close them out. He'll show up, and it's a 12:30 p.m. show, and it ran a little long, or it started late, and or a couple people dropped in, so now it's 2:30 in the morning, and Dave's still there, and he'll go up, and I mean, the classic story is Chappelle, who is a very fucking sweet dude. If anyone's never met him personally, he's a very nice, friendly guy. Talks to you, makes eye contact. Like you don't feel like you're talking to Dave Chappelle.
Right.
You don't feel like you're talking to someone as famous as he is. He's just very, personal. But, he would go on stage, and he would sometimes do hours of, hours, and that's the end of the show. Like, in fact, this was one of my favorite things ever. It was the night before, it was Thanksgiving. Yes, it was Thanksgiving night. Right, at the Cellar. So, New York doesn't close. People are often shocked to hear that, but it's called the city that never sleeps. Everything is open every night of the week. For people who don't know, Christmas, fucking it doesn't matter. Everything is open. Every comedy club is doing shows. Every bar is serving drinks.
So crazy.
It's always open. Not 24. Bars tend to close at 4 a.m. ish, but shows are happening. So it's Thanksgiving, and we're there to do a show, and Chappelle drops in, right? And they're like, he's going to go first because he's got somewhere to be. So he's probably going to do some time, but longer than 15 minutes probably. But, he's told us earlier he's got somewhere to be, so he's not going to be that long. But he's going to go first. We're like, okay, whatever. So Dave goes up, and he's doing his set, and then he says, he's like, man, y'all, I got to go in a minute. And people are like, oh, he's like, no, I got to. He's like, I'm going to this. You know what? I'm going to tell y'all. That's terrible, Dave. But he's like, I'm going to tell y'all. It's a terrible impression. Hey, man, it's me, Dave Chappelle. Make him sound like he's from fucking down 3 blocks away. Yeah. When I ain't doing comedy, I run an automotive repair shop on the outskirts of Chattanooga. So Dave's, he says, I got to go to this party at the Soho Club, which is this very hoity-toity, like, private club in Manhattan, but it's just a bar. It's just a bunch of levels of bars, but for members only kind of thing. He's like, I got to go to this party. And he starts naming a couple celebrities that'll probably be there. He's like, but I got to go. I said I go. And some of the audience goes, can I go? Or can I come? He goes, yeah. And everybody laughs. He goes, y'all want to come? And people are like, what? He's like, seriously, would y'all come with me? And people start being like, yeah. He's like, fuck it. I'll pay the cover for everyone. Fuck it. Everyone, let's go. He's like, seriously. And people are like, what? And he's like, wait, who's managing? And so this manager name's Val at the Cellar. He's like, Val, drop the checks. Seriously. Y'all, tip the shit out of your wait staff. Tip the shit out of them. Seriously, tip them 100%. let's all go. I'll pay the cover for everyone to get in. And he takes 140 people. It was a full crowd. He takes 140 fucking people. He leaves with them. He leaves first. He's like, this is the address. I'm going to go there now. I got my driver. I just say you were at the cellar. Just say you're at the cellar. Bring friends if you want. You're all going to get in. And people are like, all right. And the rest of us are like, wait a second. And he's like, comedians, whoever else is on the show, if y'all want to come, I got y'all too. But we're going, fuck it. And he leaves. And the fucking audience leaves. What the fuck? Yeah. And the fucking, but apparently, well, not apparently, everyone did tip the shit out of staff. And then he dropped like an extra, 100 of staff members or something on him. And then it was like, all right. And people went. I couldn't go because I was on the next show. But we were just like, that was insane. Chappelle just took the audience.
Literally.
And people posted about it. Like not everyone, but a lot of people went.
Did the opposite of walking a crowd.
Yeah.
He grabbed a crowd.
Yeah. He corralled them. He didn't walk the crowd. They walked him. Yeah. Walked with him hand in hand. And it was so funny because 2 nights later he showed up. And Val, the manager, she goes, hey, Dave, I just need you to do me a favor and not take the audience tonight. And he goes, what? Oh, shit, yeah. He forgot. That's just a thing. That's just the kind of stuff he does.
He brought 140 strangers.
It was so fucking amazing. It was hilarious. We were me and the other comic, Phil Hanley was the other comic. We were watching it happen. And we were just like, oh my God, this is hilarious, actually.
So crazy.
Also, and we still got paid to not do a set.
Damn.
But the Cellar takes care of you. They're good. It's good. It's a great club. But I just told that story to illustrate. So Chappelle will be on stage, and this is the classic story. Chappelle's on stage. He's about half an hour into what is clearly going to be a 2.5, 4-hour set, who knows. Yeah. And Attell shows up because he's on the lineup, and he's just in the back of the room just kind of watching. And Chappelle sees him and goes, oh, Dave Attell's here, everyone. Dave, did you go on yet? And Dave's like, nope. And he goes, well, then that's my time, y'all, because I'm not going to take stage time away from Dave Attell. So thank y'all. Y'all are awesome. And he gets off stage. And it's that's how much reverence even Chappelle has for Dave Attell. Yeah. It's just oh, Attell's here? I'm not bumping Attell. Fuck it. And he watched. And Attell went on, and Chappelle watched.
That's awesome.
And it was just but yeah, man, Chappelle's he's a really sweet dude. But says inflammatory shit, and that's the point.
Yeah.
I'm also pretty hard on that point. It's I do believe say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
But also be willing to suffer the repercussions.
Yeah.
No one's gonna come for you. And if they do, you probably fucked up and said it wrong. And deal with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna get on stage and say some crazy fucking shit, it better be funny. And if it's funny, people will tend to not fucking care as much.